Hey everyone, this is Chelsea from He Is Health, and thanks for watching my video. So today we have a special guest. This is Lorelei.
Howdy.
Lorelei, this is my friend that actually gave me that extra push to go holistic and to not take medicine and to clear my acne naturally. So this is the one and only Lorelei, who I'm very thankful that she motivated me to do that. But yeah, today she's going to be our special guest on this video because today I'm going to talk about my pet peeve, my food pet peeve, my second one, because in the post before this I talked about my first food pet peeve, which is hospital food. So today we're going to talk about conventional breakfast. I don't know how many of you have ever been to, any of the supermarkets, but if you ever walk down the breakfast aisle, it's basically a bunch of wheat and sugar in a box. I have some pictures that I'm going to post on this page, but yeah, a bunch of cereals have chocolate and they have like Cinnabon cereal and Cookie Crisp, and it really bothers me because, especially because those types of breakfast foods are geared towards kids. And instead of kids having really wholesome, good breakfast, they eat a bunch of sugar for breakfast, and then they go to school, and then teachers complain why the kids are so spastic and they can't sit still in their seats, and then they diagnose kids with ADHD and then give them medicines and all this stuff. I mean, I know that's a bit of a stretch, but I mean, we're eating a bunch of sugar for breakfast every day. It's awful. I can't stand it. And so me and Lorelei actually went to one of the stores to go look at all the breakfast foods that the store sells. And aside from cereal, Lorelei, what else did we find over there?
Well, I will first just say that Chelsea and I love just like hating on whatever's in the store. It was super duper fun picking on like everything. So Chelsea mentioned the cereals. One in particular that I have issue with is it's like the Captain Crunch, like very berry something, and it's these little like balls, like little nougats, and they're multicolored, like all diverse and whatnot. And it's like, okay, sure, maybe the red one, it has like the artificial flavoring of like maybe like a raspberry, strawberry, cherry, I don't even know. And I don't know what that turquoise color is for.
Yeah, I don't think that we have any fruits, like real fruits that are turquoise. If we do, feel free to comment and let me know, but I'm pretty sure we don't have any turquoise fruits available.
Yeah, it was just weird, like it was like they're trying to like emulate like what the berry would be like, and there's no indication of actual fruit being in them, so it's interesting that a box can make that claim because it's not very berry.
Yeah, so we saw that, and then we also saw the whole chocolate thing. Yeah, that's not real chocolate, so I don't know why they're talking about chocolate. I think, wasn't there another thing that no, there wasn't anything else. Well,
as far as the cereals, anyway.
Yeah, as far as the cereals, so then I think my really big conventional breakfast pet peeve are Pop-Tarts, okay? Pop-Tarts are dessert. I've seen the flavors of Pop-Tarts that there are: chocolate chip cookie dough, hot fudge sundae, Oreo, s'mores. That's not breakfast, it's dessert.
There was a couple others. There was that like cookie, there was like a special like cookie.
Oh yeah, special edition sugar cookie Pop-Tarts. I mean, is this really what we're feeding people for breakfast? I don't understand. And it's kind of funny though, because when I saw the strawberry Pop-Tarts, it says made with real strawberries. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have real strawberries in the actual strawberry Pop-Tarts. We also saw that with the cutie apple pie breakfast. What was in the cutie apple pie breakfast again? Like, it said apples in it, but what was next to the apples in the ingredients list?
High fructose corn syrup?
Yeah,
probably.
It's like high fructose corn syrup and all this stuff. So basically, breakfast food, there's nothing natural about breakfast food at all. Like, zero. No, there's nothing.
And another thing is the maple syrup. It's not really a maple syrup, it's more just like corn syrup. Also, that's just something that bothers me. And like, you'll notice like it doesn't even taste as good. Like, I'm a bit of a diva when it comes to the maple syrup, like I like that raw Canadian stuff. Like, it's awesome. And so once you go to that, like, you realize, oh, like, they're trying to make it taste like something that's real. And like, if you've watched like Food Inc. or something like that, like something they discuss is how a lot of the marketing tactics want to make it look like it's something that's authentic. So you'll notice like on the maple syrup bottles, a lot of times like they have like, you know, like a cute cozy little log cabin with like, you know, the what is it, like the chimney smoke coming out, and like, you know, it's like all frosted outside, when in all actuality it was like made and packaged and produced like just in like a big factory that, you know, mostly was made with corn. So just all interesting stuff.
Yeah, and then it's funny because I think the second thing about breakfast foods, have you ever noticed where in the store they are actually located? I mean, I have pictures and it'll be posted like on this page where I'm posting the video, but basically the Pop-Tarts were right next to the Rice Krispie treats, and the Pop-Tarts were also next to pudding packs. And then if you go down the aisle, and because, you know, people eat muffins for breakfast, which, by the way, I do want to say that I've spoken to a dietitian, and a dietitian says that eating a muffin for breakfast is like eating cake for breakfast. It's the exact same thing. And so, you know, the muffins that that we eat for breakfast in the store, they were next to Little Debbie donuts, and like, well, I don't think Little Debbie's has donuts, but like Little Debbie, like, you know.
No, those donut sticks.
They,
do you remember those?
Oh, that's right. Little Debbie's had donut sticks. It's next to donut sticks, and like
Who makes a donut into a stick anyway?
Yeah, right. And then
rule number one.
and oatmeal cream pies and stuff. Like, it's just really funny because, you know, I just feel like if you're going to advertise things like Pop-Tarts and cereal, like chocolate cereal, at least don't make it a breakfast item. Like, you don't want to eat a bunch of sugar and artificial stuff for breakfast. Like, just don't advertise it as that. It's all dessert. We're all eating wheat and sugar and dessert for breakfast. Like, that's what we're eating. So I think it just bothers me that our, like, you know, the food industry tries to make all this sugar and wheat look like it's going to be a nutritious breakfast, especially when you see Lucky Charms and it's like, oh, we fortified it with this mineral and like calcium and stuff, when in reality that the minerals that it's fortified with aren't going to do much for you just because of all the extra stuff in it. So
I actually have a little tidbit
what
I'd like to share. So I like couldn't help but think back to sometime when I was in elementary school, and like, you know, we were taking like the essay, or not the essay, I guess like the FCAT, something like that. And anyways, our teacher did this thing where it was like, you know, she wanted to track to see like who was like having breakfast each morning. And I remember on the way to school, like my mom would drive me and my brother, and we were low on time, and so she was like, yeah, just like, you know, here's like $5, go in there and like pick anything you want. And like I remember like I got one of those cute little brownies that like have the multicolored, they almost look like nerds, like the candy.
Oh, the cosmic brownies. Cosmic brownies.
Yeah. And so, and then I like had gone to school, and then, you know, she asked you like, you know, what did you have for breakfast? I'm like, oh, I had a brownie, and my teacher like didn't like let it count because it wasn't like an actual breakfast. So that was kind of cool. But I think that goes back to what Chelsea I've seen is really good about, is like prepping her food, and that's really helpful like when you are like in a rush in the morning, so that you don't fall into that trap of succumbing to, you know, patterns of the world. So
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the bottom line for me, obviously I say to not eat any of that stuff, to completely avoid it. If you guys look at my paleo recipe section, I do have a few breakfast items that would be good substitutes for a well-balanced meal. But I guess my thing is, if you're going to eat that stuff, please don't eat it for breakfast. Like, breakfast is really, it is the most important meal of the day. You know, they always say that breakfast needs to be your biggest meal of the day, lunch is your second biggest, and dinner actually needs to be your smallest meal of the day. So seriously, just like take time to make a good breakfast, or prep your breakfast the night before, so the day you wake up, you're not, you know, if you're in a rush, you know, you don't spend too much time on it. But yeah, just, if you're gonna eat that stuff, don't eat it for breakfast. If you're, you know, if you want to like be really healthy, just don't eat it at all, boycott it. So, and I guess before we end this video, I do want to point out that when we went to go look at the waffles and, you know, the toaster strudels and stuff, it was right next to the ice cream. So I think whoever organizes stuff in grocery stores really needs to organize that better. But that's pretty much it. I think, yeah, you have anything else you want to say, or?
I think I'm good.
Nope, we're good.
Good to introduce myself to everyone.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get Lorelei on here more often. So, but thank you all for watching my video, and feel free to make comments on my page, and I'd love to hear from all of you. So,